was underneath the streetlight glow. Me and Ernest and the boys would go out on the sidewalk. We would harmonize.
Working with Little Anthony is one of the highlights of my career. Today's a special day because we're going to be doing a vocal with Little Anthony on one of the songs for his upcoming CD. Back in Brooklyn, the song was written by Billy Mack. This song, I think, really touches on his whole career. It's just wonderful sitting there as he's just singing a little bit of the song that I'm playing for him, and I'm like, that's that voice I heard when I was growing up as a kid.
Little Anthony, his records came on the radio, you knew immediately it was him. It just jumped off the radio at you. The extraordinary privilege of having your song sung by a voice like Little Anthony's is as good as it gets.
Back in Brooklyn, somebody dreams the dream. Someone believes their destiny has called. And no matter what I do, a part of me is back in Brooklyn too. When I'm in the recording studio, everybody's important to me. The engineers that run it, the producer.
One of the things that we're trying to do on this recording project for Little Anthony is give him songs that relate to him and his life.
Very fortunate to have Mr. Preston Glass, who produced it.
We sat down and said, let's come up with things that he can really relate to.
When I heard the song Back in Brooklyn, it said everything that I emotionally have just done. I knew it had to happen. I don't know what it is about Brooklyn. It had its own culture, its own kind of way of making stuff. Every time I get there, I go over to Nathan's and have their nasty hot dogs I love so much, and clams on a half shell. George Dassinger, who is my PR man, he says, you should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it ended up at Paul Schaefer, who was the MD for Letterman show. He's on Rock and Roll Hall of Fame committee and all of that. He happened to be a big fan. Schaefer went to Letterman and told him that he wanted to do this thing with Little Anthony. 10 days later, we get a call, and you have been nominated into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then they had to have a presenter. Smokey Robinson found that out. He said, ain't but one person can present them, me.
This year we're inducting Anthony and the Imperials into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And he did a marvelous job when he saw that introduction. And no matter what I do, a part of me is back in Brooklyn too.
As a producer who's worked with many legendary artists too, I noticed that they want to stay relevant. His book here that I have is really talking about his life. It's called My Journey, My Destiny by Little Anthony. I think it will reach many, many hearts.
Now seems to be the most richest time in my career.